Welcome to the stream, everyone. We're going to be going through a couple different stocks. We're going to have all of our charts pulled up and kind of prepare for tomorrow to see what we got going on. We do have a lot going on for tomorrow, actually. We have a bunch of different earnings that are going to be released. We have quite a day. It's going to be a Friday as well, so things are going to be a little bit choppy, especially after the Fed meeting that we had today. They're not going to do anything with rates. They're not cutting them. They're not increasing them. They're just going to stay the same. But with that being said, there is quite a bit of uncertainty still in the market. So we'll have to just kind of play it by ear and see what happens there. But if I had to guess, I would assume that it's going to be green day. I can check the pre-market real quick and see. But let's see what it looks like. We'll kind of just play it. Yeah. Ooh, NASDAQ is ripping. Dow is up 44 points and NASDAQ's up 111 points for tomorrow. So definitely something to consider. It's looking hot right now for tomorrow, so we're going to have to keep that on the watch to see kind of what happens with the market. But like I said, ETN is the #1 stock that I'm at least watching for tomorrow and for probably next week as well, but it really depends on what the earnings comes out as. Earnings is expected to hit tomorrow sometime mid-morning, so that'll kind of give us a good indication as to what we're looking at. But let me see here. Yeah, it ended up jumping up to like 334 after hours, so not too shabby at all. That is definitely something that I want to keep watch on is ETN tomorrow for earnings and see what happens moving forward with that one. If it reports solid earnings, this thing could probably hit 370 to 380, no questions asked. But if it doesn't, then it really all depends on what earnings comes out as. But we'll have to see. All right, let me see here. We had a couple of people in here, and then they jumped away, but we're just kind of hanging out tonight. We don't have a lot going on, so we're kind of just seeing where the day takes us, and we'll go from there. But the NASDAQ is ripping tomorrow, so with that being said, we have a couple different stocks. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. If you guys have any stock questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below in the comments. We're going over any stocks you guys want to right now, any stock questions, any long-term investments. What's up, my guy? What's up, Wes? How we doing? But yeah, any questions at all? So, like we were talking about earlier, when you start out investing, it seems very, very stressful. It seems like a lot all at once. But the thing that I want people to understand is you can open up a brokerage account completely for free. Okay? Completely for free. You can open up a brokerage account. We good? Sweet. Oh yeah, we're good. You can open up a brokerage account and you can trade, you can invest, you can make so much money in the stock market right now, and you can all do it for free. That's the great part about it. So hit that subscribe button, like this live stream, and I'm going to be dropping a brand new 2025 tutorial on how to trade in the stock market. Completely for free. It'll be like an hour long, and we're going to go through how to trade literally step by step with using different candlesticks, using simple moving average lines. All this stuff may seem complicated at first, but the beauty in it is it's not. It's many different, like basically picture yourself, you're going to the casino. And I know you're like gambling in the casino and you're just throwing money away. But this is a casino where you have control and you're leveraging your bet in the best way possible to make money. And that's how you trade in the stock market. You're betting against the market. You're betting that you can take certain parts of the market and put it in your favor, basically, is what I'm trying to say. How much does it cost to open an account? Literally nothing. I mean, yeah, I think there's some minimums you have to deposit, like maybe a couple $100. But the thing is you can put as much money as you want in. It doesn't matter. So just keep that in mind kind of moving forward is you don't need a certain amount of money that really it doesn't matter. You can start with $100, you can start with $500, you can start with literally whatever you would like, and that's the beauty in it, as you can continue moving forward with whatever amount of money. So most people start with, let's say you put in $500 or $1,000, and you find a mutual fund or an ETF, and then you find 2 to 3 stocks, and from there, that's when you can go in and you can say, all right, I'm going to invest into these couple stocks, and I'm going to put this money into this safe mutual fund, and then from there grow your account. And it depends what you want to do with it. Are you going to trade? Are you going to invest? What are you trying to do with that account? So that's the real kicker. But like, what questions do you guys have? Drop some comments down below. What questions do you have about opening an account or about trading the stock market? Because I'm going to be dropping a full-on YouTube video on exactly what stocks to get into and exactly how to trade them. Because right now, my projection is I'm making anywhere between a couple $100 a day, anywhere. The goal is to be between $200 to $300 a day. That is the goal. And if you can do that 5 days a week and then 30 days out of the month, but you're not obviously going to have a positive day every single day moving forward. That's the hard part about it. And so you really want to take that into consideration when moving forward, that, hey, you got to have some red days in order to make those green days worth it. So trading the stock market definitely can be tough, but if you're able to make good trades consistently, if you make a couple good trades throughout the month, that makes up for all the bad trades that you have, and it kind of balances out. So it really depends on what type of trader you're going to be. But if you guys have any questions, anything else, drop it down below in the comments. Hit that subscribe button, like the video. I'm going to be dropping a full-on YouTube video like I talked about. It's about an hour, I think it's like an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes of me going through a trade step by step, exactly when to enter, what green candlesticks, what red candlesticks I follow, and what simple moving average lines, what RSI, what volume, what MACD, what type of indicators am I using to make these trades. And that's exactly what type of content I'll be posting on here, and along with some of my other videos. You guys can check out what other videos I have on here, but I do have a lot of longer form videos, but I have a lot of shorts on here that I'll be posting, and same thing with my TikTok feed is Laq Finance as well. So definitely hit that subscribe button and like the video if you guys are new here. But if you guys have any stocks you guys want me to go over, like what companies do you guys want to talk about or maybe look into investing into, that can give you a possible, a good long-term investment. I mean, we can talk about companies like Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft. All those companies are like the basic, like they call them, the 7 most common stocks, basically, that you want to invest into. And those are the stocks that I would start out with, because they're safe bets. And, they're not as safe as like a mutual fund, because obviously a mutual fund is a list of stocks all put together and it's grouped up, and it's a very safe option for you. So if you invest into a mutual fund, you're able to invest into a big picnic basket of stocks. Whereas if you're investing into specific companies, you could have a higher risk, higher reward, but you also could have more risk on there, which causes you to lose money at the end of the day. Whereas mutual funds, you can lose money on it, but long term, you're most likely going to be fine. If you just put $100, $500, $1,000 every month or every week, however often you want to do it, into a mutual fund, that mutual fund is going to grow. Stocks can grow as well, and it depends on what type of stock you're looking at. It depends on what type of long-term investment or short-term investment or trade you're trying to do with it. But at the end of the day, it's really what you want to do. But I would say open up an account and then take 3 to 5 of your favorite stocks, do some research on those stocks, and then from there, kind of find a mutual fund that is safe enough to where you can say, all right, these 3 to 5 stocks are my more aggressive, in a way, and then that mutual fund you'll be able to have as your like safety net. So that's the kind of thing that you want to look into, is just making sure that you have a safety net. But that's kind of how it works. But it all depends on what you want to do. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what stocks you guys want me to go over. We can go over any stocks, anything at all. Yeah, drop some comments down below what stocks you guys want me to go over. We can go over any type of stocks, any type of investments, anything at all. Oh, that's interesting. But yeah, let me see here what we were going over earlier. So Visa is definitely one. They reported earnings jumped up to 352. What did they report? Visa climbs 5%. Consumer spending holds up. Well, that's pretty solid actually. Amazon was another one too that kind of had a pretty solid day today. Or no, not Amazon. Sorry, that was the wrong one. It was Broadcom. Finished up 4.5%. That's a good day for the stock. I would definitely keep watching that one. Netflix finished around 975. We're gonna be watching ETN. And this is a good name. I'm definitely gonna be watching ETN. I definitely like the odds that this thing continues to move higher here. We had some nice movement in the after hours, and as long as we open up green tomorrow, which it looks like we're going to, this could be easily a 360 to 370 or $80 stock. And we're currently trading at 330, but it all depends as to when earnings come out, or not when earnings come out, but when they do come out, how it reacts to those earnings. That's all about how the stocks play off of earnings. Is really when they report earnings, whatever way it sways to is going to really impact a lot of those buyers and sellers into either staying in or completely selling out, and they make that decision very quickly, and it sways which way the stock's gonna go. But we've seen it before, where like a stock like I think it was Apple actually did it earlier. Yeah, Apple did it where it sold off in after hours, fell from $240 down to 233, and then jumped up to 248 and finished at 244. So it was all over the place, but people sold out of it when they first heard about some of the earnings that came out about it, and then it looks like they bought back in and really pumped it in the after hours. But it is interesting how Apple reported their earnings and the stock literally plummeted, and then it turned right back around. I don't know exactly what caused it. Their earnings is confusing, not confusing, but it's always more complicated because it has all their earnings and revenue basically organized by iPads, iPhones, Macs, and this and that, and Apple Watches and everything else, and then it puts into revenue by different countries, and then it puts it overall revenue. So there's a lot that goes into it, but it is pretty interesting. Our best quarter ever. Wow, that's what they said apparently. That probably got it moving. That definitely probably got it moving. Imagine a company saying their best quarter ever. Like, that's crazy. That is absolutely insane. I didn't realize they said that. Well, that's definitely something to look into. There it goes. Mm-hmm. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. But yeah, we were just talking about how Apple reported it's their best quarter ever, apparently. That's what they're saying. That's a pretty bold statement, if you ask me. Personally, I don't know what. They beat on revenue, they beat on earnings per share. or at least beat the estimates. So that's also huge too. Is when a company comes out with their earnings per share, their EPS, and they beat at least the estimate. That's at least a good sign. They don't even have to be good, as long as they're just better than what the estimate was. That's literally all that matters at the end of the day. I mean, obviously, like looking back from the previous like years or previous months, obviously that helps a lot too. But in the grand scheme of things, you really just have to beat whatever the estimates are coming out for that quarter and whatever analysts are projecting, and you're good. I mean, that's kind of just how they look at it, which can be a good or bad thing. Depends on what kind of company you're looking at here. But wow, Jev moved into after hours too. I'm pretty mad about this one. I didn't jump into this one earlier. This is quite a nice setup on this ticker symbol GEV. Man, that was beautiful. Beautiful 370 break. Yeah, that was a nice setup. On the 1 hour, yeah, it would have been perfect on the 1 hour. Even on the shorter time frame in the 15. Yeah, 15 would have worked too. I don't know. Depends on what time frame you're looking at, but a lot of these stocks did pretty well today for how they were at the beginning of the week. It's been quite a week though. This has been quite a week, let me tell you. From the start of it to the end of it, we were down quite a bit of money at the beginning of the week on some of these trades at least. Long-term account we just kept adding to. Wow, 1976. Wow, that jumped up today too. Holy. That's crazy. Yeah, some of these stocks are dripping right now. And it's really interesting to kind of take a look at, because now that I'm looking at them, I'm like, man, tomorrow's going to be a big day, because tomorrow is showing that it's actually supposed to be a better market overall. At least pre-market is what it's saying. So basically the market tomorrow is just showing that, hey, right now futures are looking strong. And so that's just going to kind of help us throughout the day to kind of see, all right, what are we going to do in the morning? And we're obviously going to have to take a pretty solid trade of some sort, because, I mean, we have ETN earnings, but besides that, I'm just looking to take a trade on something.